Tyrone Henry's How-Tos. I'm going to show you how to make slow cooker butter chicken. Let's get straight into it. Alright guys, so we'll start prepping our ingredients first. So I've got one brown onion here. All we're going to do with the onion is just dice it. Now it doesn't have to be too fine, but don't make it too coarse either. Alright guys, so that's the onions done. Next I'm just bringing across 4 garlic cloves. Now if you're using bigger size ones you can use 3, but these are a bit small, so I'm using 4. All we're going to do is very thinly slice these. Just like that. Now you can of course use crushed garlic, but because we are slow cooking this, it doesn't have to be crushed because it will just slowly break down. So we'll set that aside too. And finally we'll just need 3 chicken breasts. Now I'm using breast for this recipe, you can use 5 if you prefer. That's roughly around about 1.2 kilos worth. So first we'll give these a quick trim, get rid of any excess fat, any bone, sinew, anything like that. Then we're just going to dice these. Just so we get cubes like that. Just like so. So we'll just place this into a bowl. Just like so. So let's move on to our stove. Alright guys, so just into a saucepan we're going to make our actual sauce now. So just on a low to medium heat, I'm going to add in about 50 grams of butter. Along with 1 tablespoon of oil. And we're going to add in our onion and garlic straight in. And just on a low to medium heat, we just want to gently saute these. Okay guys, and that's what we're looking for that butter to soften and our onions to slowly soften and cook. So that's looking very nice. So at this point we're going to season with a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, 2 teaspoons of mild curry powder, quarter teaspoon of ground cumin, half a teaspoon of ground cardamom, a quarter teaspoon of ground nutmeg, quarter teaspoon of ground cloves, half a teaspoon of ground coriander, half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and 1 teaspoon of ground ginger. Let's mix that together. We want the fragrance and aroma to come to life now. Alright guys, so after about a minute or so, I'm going to add in a quarter cup of tomato paste. And we'll just stir that through. Okay, and after another minute, we're going to add in 1 can of coconut cream. So I'm just using a 400 gram can. And make sure you're using full fat, don't use a light one. We're just going to stir that through as well. And just look at that beautiful color coming alive. Okay, so all we're going to do guys at this point, let this cook for about 2 to 3 minutes. Let all those flavors come together. Alright guys, so we've got a gentle boil going now. So we're going to turn it off at this point. So guys, in my case I'm going to slow cook this in my slow cooker. If you prefer, you can cook this on the stove on a low heat, roughly for around 2.5 to 3 hours. Now in my case, what we're going to do is pour our sauce into our slow cooker. Just like so. Make sure to get that all out, we don't want to waste anything. And next we'll get our chicken breast pieces and put them straight in. And just give it a gentle mix in there. Alright, so we'll place the lid on our slow cooker. I'm going to slow cook this on a low heat for about 5 to 6 hours. If you're doing it on a high heat, it will be anywhere around 3 to 4 hours. But trust me, low heat's much better. And then we'll come back and serve. Alright guys, so I'm just at the 5.5 hour mark now. And just look at that. This is one of those situations where I don't want to say look at that, I want to say smell that, because it's absolutely amazing. That's looking beautiful, our chicken is nice and tender. So guys, we're going to let that cool down for a couple of minutes. At this point, At this point, you want to think about how you want to serve it. So this will go perfectly with some rice on the side, with some papadums, whatever you like. I'm just going to keep it very simple with some naan bread. Alright guys, so at this point I'm going to add in about a half a cup of Greek style yogurt. So that's unsweetened. And we'll just stir that through. Now that is optional, but it does make it taste amazing. So we'll just stir that through nicely. And let's go ahead and serve. And just look at that. We'll just finish it off with a sprinkle of fresh coriander. Now that is optional, I know a lot of people don't like it. If you must, replace it with parsley, but the coriander makes a big difference. Okay guys, and that's my take on a simple slow cooker butter chicken. You saw how easy that is to make. In my case, I did serve it up with some naan bread. As I said, serve it up with some rice on the side, with some papadums. On its own, it's just as good. Let's give this a try. Oh, that is amazing. I don't know if you can tell, but I have a cold. Actually, I feel better now. I'll see you all next time.